So, welcome everyone to the first of two guest lectures that I'll be providing. Today's is on Linux and ROS. My name is Dr. Mavidas, the instructor for today. So, first off, we're going to learn a little bit about Linux. How many people know about Linux in here? Know about it, actually used it, stayed away from the GUI stuff. Actually use the command line. 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Okay, so you actually use the command line. You might be snoozing a little bit today, but I'll try to give you a few little pointers here and there that are actually maybe new to you. So, what is Linux? It's a Unix-like operating system that is free and open source. I took this right off Wikipedia, so don't go and doubt my facts here. It's an operating system that runs on many embedded systems. It's also the same thing that runs on my phone. Basically, what Android is. It's Linux. And some Mac users, I know there are a couple in here, they're using a Unix-like operating system. Because that's all Mac really is, just like a paid Unix operating system. So you're paying for somebody to bundle up something that people like Ubuntu Foundation already do. So that's kind of a little neat fact for people that don't know that. And touch the Penguin, you're going to see all over the place when you start looking at Linux. So why are we learning this? What are we doing here? So if I remember right, we actually have today the robotics course and also the big data cloud course, correct? Anybody from the... Okay. So why are we learning? Basically, it's great background for a job, either your current one or your future one. And it may actually get you a job. Just knowing Linux, actually the ins and outs of it, will probably help get you a job versus somebody who doesn't know anything about Linux. Because the company wants to train the person on that for a couple weeks, which will lose them money. If they don't care, then fine with them. And the last one on here is nearly all devices that perform any sort of computation or any sort of advanced anything, basically any sort of function, include a little micro version of a computer, similar, sometimes much smaller than this one right here. This is basically a little octa-core computer that runs Linux. So really neat, really fast for the application you're using it for. But there's even much smaller computers that can run Linux. Maybe the size of a couple quarters. Or even smaller with the Raspberry Pi Zero, which I just got the other day, and it's real thin. Besides the sticky number too. So companies use free and open source software in their embedded systems over any sort of Windows choice. Why would you choose Windows in an embedded system? Has anybody seen Windows in an embedded system? You might know what an embedded system is. Yes? So basically a system inside a system, an embedded computer basically. So there are some like point of sale embedded computers that are actually Windows based, but not many. And you're usually going to use Control Linux. Most servers, for those using the cloud, you're going to figure out it's Linux and it's not going to be Windows. Unless maybe you're using Microsoft's cloud. The robot operating system for the robotics students, that runs on Linux. You can, and this is jumping off the ledge and plummeting many feet, you can use Windows, supposedly. We have never tried it, we don't want to try it, because there is about this much support. Do you want something that has no support, or do you want something that actually has plenty of support? Many people have actually seen their phone and gone through. One person in the world probably uses the Windows version. So like I said, the OpenStack cloud servers run Linux. I know because I've been setting some up a few times in a row because of some issues that we're having with them, but you know, they run on Linux, and I can show you exactly what to do to get them working. So what do you guys need then? Not the GUI. I don't care if you open up a file, open up a USB stick on the GUI. I'll laugh at you and say, that's great. That's nice. That doesn't help you. So the command line terminal. I can show you a couple examples of that. I'll probably do like a little live demo showing you guys some of the commands. So you guys are trying to put some sort of code onto a machine running Linux. How are you going to do that? You're just going to drag you're going to go to your email, you're going to get your code from your email, and you're going to download it to your computer, right? Okay, I had no idea that too. That's what I use the GUI for. I just use a Chromium browser, or even Firefox if it's working that day. So get the code on the computer, right? That's the first step. Then, of course, you may have to edit your code because most likely it will not be correct. It may not work the first time you put on the machine. Maybe the machine has some dependencies that you do not foresee. So maybe something needs to change. Of course, if you're using C++, maybe you're going to build your code, compile it, see if it compiles, most likely. You're going to have some sort of issue. So once you compile your code, you're going to test it, right? How are you going to do that in the GUI? Unless you get an IDE that actually does all the work. You're probably not going to do that, because most likely your program is going to have some sort of issue with admin rights. So basically, these are the top level steps you're going to need to perform. So I would argue that the command line tool is probably the most powerful tool in Linux. Those of you that use it, you know. Because you can get way past anything in the GUI that you can do otherwise. So the file manager in the GUI, yeah, you can take stuff off your USB stick, who cares? But beyond that, you can't really do too much. If you try to set permissions using the file manager, it'll probably act like it did it. Permissions are set usually to run a program, change a script that's basically at the system level. But it won't really do it. You won't be replacing the script. You think you have done what you've done, but really you're just spinning your wheels doing nothing. And then you come ask somebody that knows how to do it, and they tell you don't use that. Use the command line. So the network manager sometimes doesn't work to your liking, so you can override some of the things that it does. But overall, please use the command line, especially if you're doing ROS, and of course if you're doing cloud, because you're going to have to. You're not going to get much of a GUI to get into your system. So in the command line terminal, the shell is the program that takes your keyboard input and makes things happen behind the scenes with the operating system. So it's basically the one that ferries into the operating system. The terminal is your graphical GUI, or your text output that you're seeing that represents what the shell is communicating back to. So there are many operations to perform on the command line terminal. These are kind of high-level ones. Copying files and directories, remote connections, a secure shell or telnet, or whatever your device needs to do. Mostly in robotics, we use secure shell, secure copies. Not so much on the telnets. There are some robots in the lab, especially the air drone quadcopters, that use telnet. So you can telnet in. It's basically sort of like SSH, just maybe a little bit more limited in some fashions. You can run programs off the command line terminal. Move files and directories. Extract and compress files. These are all things you really want to do in command line. Opening files, changing system settings, viewing the contents of files, applying admin rights, listing files and directories, and much more. So what do commands look like that go on the terminal? Anybody identify what your comp is? Yeah, the name of your computer. So the name you provided in your installation when you install Linux. Whichever version you're installing, I prefer Ubuntu. But that's just me and people that use ROS. And then the $sign. Sometimes it's not a $sign. Sometimes it's a pound sign. And the reason for that is when there's a $sign, you're just a regular user. When it's a pound sign, you're the super user. You're the root user, basically. You have the admin rights. Very important. So in this case, this is a secure shell, like we're trying to connect to that other user, to a remote host with the username other user. SSH is a command to do a secure shell remote connection. So that's the command you would use to actually initiate the connection. The -X in this case is for X11 forwarding. How many people know what that means? Or have a faint clue what that means? Okay, so basically there's a server that's called the X11 server. It will be running on, of course, another server that you're connected to. And you're trying to get the display, say like a program called gedit or gthumb. Gedit is a graphical editor. Gthumb is an image viewer. So say I'm doing some sort of image operation in the cloud. I want to see what those images look like. I would have to use this -X to actually get those screens to come back so I can see what those images look like. So otherwise, you're just going to get like a text kind of interface. So if you use -X, you get the graphical image, and you get the graphical output. So this is another option into the command SSH. So it happens to be the user you want to log in, user credentials you want to log in with at the remote host, which is going to be some sort of IP address of the other computer that you're trying to log into. So basically it goes command, and then options, parameters, whatnot. So very important. If you look at a command and you say, I don't know what it does, I'll ask you to read it. If you come to me and ask me the question. So here's a bunch of commands. So going back to the same examples, moving files and directories, I can do a little live demo of that in a little bit if you want to see it. Basically, you're on your computer. This is showing basically that you are the regular user. And then you're moving a file called source to some new name called destination. That's like copy and paste all in one. There's no right-clicking. You want to left-clicking first, going to copy, and then finding wherever directory you want to go to, and then right-clicking and pasting. Is this a little bit more powerful than wasting your time with the mouse? I brought the mouse just in case, just for a little computer, but still. That's if I need it, if I need to close a window, but really you can get around with just a keyboard and Linux. So if you wanted to move an entire directory, I forget if I should have put a recursive on here, I'll try that a little bit later. But you can move a directory from one place to another. Not, amazing. That's the same thing you can do in Windows. Are we doing this? So you can extract and compress files. Everyone's kind of familiar with zip files or .z files if you're using 7-zip. So unzip is a command, and the name of the file would actually be your option or parameter that you put into the command. Similarly, you have a tar file that's been gunzipped. It's a very traditional for Linux to get either tar files or gunzipped tar files. So for a gunzipped tar file, which is the tar.gz extension, you're going to be using tar-xzvf, extract, and then I think this is the gunzip, and I don't remember what the Z in the end. But basically, these are the commands. They look archaic almost. They probably seem archaic when you're typing them. Some of them don't really make any sense, especially like seeing the floppy drive on the computer. Some people still actually use that, say like the automotive research place on Bandera. I'm not joking. Opening files, there's many different editors you can use. I'm not going to try to tell you which one's better. It's like people with their favorite airlines. They're just going to use whichever one they like to use. There may not be much sense in it, but they're going to use whichever one they like to use. There's Nano, there's gedit, there's VI, there's VIM. There's, I forget, a whole bunch of other ones, but I've used many different ones. And Nano and gedit are actually probably the easier ones for people to use if you've never used them before. And there's going to be many different system settings you have to change. Most likely if you dual boot your computer to be Windows and Linux or Mac and Linux, whatever, you may have to change your network interfaces file because things may not be working with your Wi-Fi. It's always the Wi-Fi. There's always a problem. If it's not with you, it's with somebody else. You're going to have to fix somebody's Wi-Fi problem as soon as you know how to install Linux, especially Ubuntu. So you have to be careful because this won't actually work. You'll try, but you're not actually the admin. So there's a modifier that you can apply to your command to give you the admin rights. Basically doing this one command as a super user. Super user means root user means admin user. So you need to remember that. If it says you don't have the rights to, or not allowed, or something to that effect, every program is going to be kind of different. You may need to do sudo in front of whatever command you have. There's many different commands. There's even funnier ones, like more and less. Look those up yourself. They're actually kind of funny. More is actually less. Less is actually more. Okay, so there's copying, there's secure shell connections, there's running programs. People are going to wonder, how do I actually run my program? It's very close to what you do in Windows. Just to, like if you're doing Python and the name of the program. And maybe also the path, if it's at a different path. In Linux, you can do this like / operator, not operator, but like a relative addressing to say that some script with the extension shell is actually in the same directory that you're working with. And a shell script is actually just a collection of different commands you're trying to run. Like a .bat file in Windows, a batch file. Listing what's in your directory, you're going to want to use ls. And there's, again, many different options to ls. ls on its own will just give you a very boring look at what's in the file and what's in the directory. You're not going to see much. I'm going to show you that very soon. So ls shows you, like, not even in a listed order, no sort of order at all, just what's there. The funniest one I like to use is ls-last. I call it every last thing in the folder because there are such things as hidden files. Hidden files are files that have a period info. And you're going to find that you're going to need to use one of those files. And that one was right here. So if you want to see if it's actually there, that's what you'd use. And this one is just another common one I like to use, which is just list everything by time. See the last modified file. So it actually helped quite a bit. So there's probably about, I don't know, half the internet devoted to Linux commands or manuals or help files. You're going to find a lot of them. Like if I just type in Google right now, Linux commands, I don't know how, yeah, 43 million results. Of course, not all of them are actually those results, but you're going to find a whole bunch of different places that try to sell like a book. That's probably going to be at Barnes and Nobles or someplace. Most likely ending up in a half-price books or some sort of donated place. Because you're going to figure out everything's actually online. There's no point in having the book unless you have to work in a cave. So it'll actually go through a lot of what I just told you. Here's some of the terminal. There's that dollar sign I was talking about. Sometimes they put brackets. It all just depends on which type of shell you're using. Of course, there's a whole bunch of different types of shells. There's bash shell, there's a busy box or something. So Bourne shell, many different types. But if you're using Ubuntu, you're going to be using bash shell.
Is Raspberry an extension of Linux, or?
It's more, I believe that one's more Debian. Okay. Debian's like the bare bones. You don't have anything on your installation, kind of installation. Okay. That's the kind of thing you want to put in a computer like the Raspberry Pi, or just something really tiny. I've seen a computer that did it quite a bit that was the size of the fan. Like it barely had enough room for the connector to go on. And that was in an avionic sensor. So yeah, especially if people are using things like this, which is actually Node-RED. I just love it because it's twice as powerful as a Raspberry Pi ever could be.
Cheaper.
This one's not so much. Yeah, not so much. Okay. $80 before you get the memory. And my memory stops, so the memory goes up quite a bit. So I'll get that one loading. It's a South Korean company. Of course, they work very closely with Samsung, and they get the boards, the development board reference design to build development boards for people like me who want to use a very fast computer, not a Raspberry Pi. Okay, so some tips for using the command line while the other website's loading. Please remember what your password is when you install Linux. I've actually had this question. What is my password? I look at them. Anybody ask me that? And I just smile or laugh or just say, you should know it, because I don't know what you made your password be. Honestly, that's the best I could do to help you. Reinstall Ubuntu if that's the case. I can't help you if you don't know what your password is. Of course, if you're using somebody else's computer, of course you may have to ask them what the password is. Or maybe like the one computer in the lab that actually has Ubuntu that we've made kind of open. I don't remember which one that is, so don't even ask me. But I'll figure it out though. So you can see down here, these red questions are actually actual questions I've had, maybe not to the T, but these are shocking kind of questions that I wanted to make sure that are clear. Yeah, that's it. Read the command before you type it in. So if it says fill in the blank, or put something else here that makes sense to you, or anything to that effect, you may want to do that. Another argument is, I don't know why when I type in CP, fill in the blank, put it somewhere else. I don't know why it's not working. Well, do you have a file called fill in the blank? What do you mean? You didn't read the command. You don't know what the command actually means. So maybe what you have to do is actually look at those first couple letters, or the word, or whatever it is, and figure out what the command actually means, and figure out what you're doing. And then if you see these, less than, and then greater than signs, it usually means they're trying to tell you something. Something should go there. Be replaced by it completely. So here's an example I provide you. Copy the name of your file and where you want to put it. If you actually perform these steps and you come bring it to me and say, I don't know why it's not working, I'm going to point you right back to this page. So copy myawesomeprogram.py to some directory that already exists called my Python program directory, which is relative to where you're currently at. So that would actually help if you actually read the commands and know what they do. Have you ever try an rm space -rf star? And you're doing that at like the root level of your file system? And you're doing that as the super user, the root user? Well, some people may know what that would do, but don't do it. That's why I didn't list it either. It removes everything, recursively, all your directory, wipes out everything at that point. I was told never to do that by my boss the first day of my internship over at Southwest Research. And I was thinking about typing in like 50 commands all at once and say, you guys got that? Okay, I'm done. But I don't think anybody would have learned like that, right? No one would know what I've done. So that's how I learned. So I'm trying to give you a little bit more. So, more tips. If you can't get a command to work, there's a reason. You're not typing in right. So it's basically all on you. Because a lot of Linux is actually looking it up and figuring out how things should be to the specification that the command is set. So when you don't know how the command works, you can Google it, or you can use the built-in manual or the built-in help file for the command. So man is actually manual, not the name, but the manual for that command. So man ls will probably show you what list show, which is ls, what it actually does. Or you can do like a ls-h, which will show you the help for the ls command. Or --help after the command. Other than that, Google it. I really plead with you guys to Google stuff. Figure out how the command works. And if you can find it, and you can find how you want it to work, then you have an example most likely. Which is really good, because then you can say, okay, well, I found one example, but it's on a page with like maybe 5 or 10 more. And then maybe you found exactly what you wanted to do, even though you didn't know what exactly the solution was from the beginning. So here's an example for those cloud guys. So Ubuntu SSH with public key, I'd Google that if I were you. If you don't know how to log into, say, like one of the cloud nodes. So that would be a very useful Google. So whatever kind of system you're on, say like your OS, whatever it is you're having trouble with, and whatever other information you have, somebody may be like kind of laughing at you right now, like, why are you telling me how to Google? Because I've seen it. I've seen people who don't know how to Google. They just type in the one command. Sit there and look at it. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to look up the problem. So when you actually have more information than maybe what's necessary, you find whatever it is you're looking for, maybe the first time, and not like the 50th time after you finally put all the words. Okay, so does anybody feel like this right now? Why do I need to know this jargon if I just want to make and run code in Linux? Anybody feel like that? Or you feel like you want to actually go and learn Linux? Okay. So my rebuttal is basically, how else will you create a file, put code in it, build it, and run it? You won't. Unless you find a wonderful IDE that actually works. Which is what I'm saying right here. But most likely with that IDE, you're going to have to use the command line to even install it. So good luck. And that's what you're going to have to do. You can't just skip the steps to get to the solution. So there are many good ways to learn Linux. One of which was online tutorials. Here's a cool little online terminal. If you want to just try out a few very, very basic commands, you can do so. So here we have that list show. If there's anything else, actually in the directory, then list show doesn't tell you much. Does it tell you what time it was created? Not really. It doesn't really do too much at all. But the ls-last sorts everything by time and shows you everything, including those hidden files. And you can do different things to view the files, like cat, which basically dumps out the file. And then it gives you, in this case, since we catted the README, we figure out all the different commands that we can put into this terminal. So again, it's going to be pretty limited. You're not going to install anything. It's not the cloud. You're not going to do as much as you'd hope to. It's just like a little JavaScript terminal. So with that, I think we're at the very end of the first segment. Am I correct? Okay. So camera's going to pause. I think we have, what, 10 minutes?